Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude. Welcome to Steve on Sunday. My name is Steve. Today is Sunday. We put alliteration together, and guess what? We got a snazzy video title. This is like my little vlog slash podcast I want to do once a week. Didn't do it last week because I had a draft recap to do. But today, it's Sunday, and we got to talk about some stuff. As we always got to talk about some stuff. But first and foremost, if you guys enjoyed the video, please do me a favor. Leave a like on that video. I know there are a lot of people that get annoyed when people ask for likes, but in my experience, if somebody did not say that to me, usually I'm doing other things or watching the video, then I forget and I want to support my friends. So, if you want to go ahead and do that, please do that. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We talk about the week that was, the week that is, and the week that will be. And I've mentioned every single time, the week that will be and the week that is are kind of the same thing. So. And we're talking about stocks today. So the last part of this video will be about stocks. If you don't want to learn about stocks, talk about stocks, don't do it. It's fine, totally up to you. But I will be talking about stocks. I'll be giving an update on the stocks that I suggested 2 weeks ago. And then every 2 weeks I'll talk about stocks and I'll give updates as to how those stocks are doing to see how much money you could be making or losing. But probably making some money based on your initial. I'm going to go always off of the initial investment. So, you know what? I might do weekly changes. Well, we'll see what happens. But let's talk about, first of all, the week that was. The first UBL game, the first league game went up. Video struggles. The audio was super loud, or the music was loud, which is weird because when I played it back in Premiere, it didn't sound. It sounded pretty good. Maybe I just picked a low point in the video, but that was a fucking nightmare to do. I got to figure out a better way to record those, because what I did was I originally put it into Premiere, and I wanted to just use OBS, screen capture Premiere, put my face cam over it, and then play the video and record it, but it was lagging so bad. So I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? So what I did was I rendered the edited Premiere video, just the battle, and then I put that in a video player, and then I screen captured the video player, and then rendered, and then played it in OBS with my face cam, but that also apparently lagged. So I don't know what I'm gonna do to get it to not lag. Obviously get a better computer, but you know I got surgery to pay for, which we'll talk about in a minute. So I don't know what I'm gonna do in regards to that. Editing it was a fucking nightmare. It was just, I had so many different moving parts in that video that it was a fucking nightmare. It was lagging the entire time I was trying to edit it, so some things might not look as good, but it sucks too because I think, as I said in the video, maybe I did like 4 takes of it because it kept fucking lagging. The first video of any series gets the most amount of views, so you got to really hit a home run, and I don't think I hit a home run on that video. The editing was wonky, the music was too loud, so there are people that probably saw that video who are never going to watch another one of my videos and go, wow, he makes terrible videos. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but I guess we'll move on. So the UBL, we got week 2 battle coming up on Saturday. We'll have that coming up. But this week, that's pretty much what happened this past week. There's not a lot that I did. My nose is, as you can see, I'm starting to get sick. My nose is starting to get red. So cool. Just in time for my wife to get surgery. My wife is getting back surgery on this week, and I am fucking terrified. I try not to show that around her, because you gotta show support and stay strong, and you can't let her worry about it. She's the one doing it. I'm just the one sitting there. My wife is getting back surgery, so if you'd like to donate to that GoFundMe is in the description. Please don't feel obligated to. Don't expect anybody to do so, but you know, every little bit helps. As I explained a couple weeks ago, pretty much she's been out of work for a year, so it's just been me having a job. I guess I kind of got 2 jobs with the business that we own, but you can't just start taking money from a business. That's embezzlement. So you gotta. I'd also, you know, I gotta decide. You know, money that we take from business counts as income. And you gotta record it all, and it gets taxed at the end of the year. So I gotta make sure I'm not taking too much where I get taxed so much that I can't pay it back. Which is kind of where we're at right now. So I've been the only one working the last year. I had money saved up in preparation kind of for this, but now it's been longer than I thought, and I'm running out of money. So, you know, the American healthcare system sucks balls, and I hate it so much, but we're a part of it. So, if you guys could just at least check out the description, the GoFundMe, to try to Because obviously I'm going to have to pay it off in payments. So I think right now I have like 2 monthly payments worth from people, which is fucking phenomenal, which is beautiful. You guys, if you've donated to that already, you have no idea the weight that's being lifted off my shoulders. I already have like a loan I took out for her prior medical bills that I'm paying that off, and now I'm going to have this to pay off. And just the fact that I get like 2 months at least for her to, her to recover, maybe get a job and start helping is just, it's unbelievable, and I appreciate it more than I could put into words. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. That's pretty much the biggest thing on my mind right now. It's weird when you, in my group of friends, right? I'm 27, but in my group of friends who are all about the same age as me, like marriage isn't even on their fucking spectrum. Whenever I hang out with them and go to their house or we have a party, it's never even a thought. And then, like, I'm married. I've been married for almost a year now. And, like, that's the person that I chose to spend the rest of my life with. And, like, now she's getting surgery on her spine. And I'm terrified that I'm going to lose that person to some fucking... it should go well, right? It's supposed to. There's no reason why that nothing but good should come out of that. But, going into it that there's always a possibility that something could go horribly wrong. But you can't really focus on that, obviously. But that's not helping that, you hear horror stories about back surgery. But you also hear great success stories about back surgery. But just the fact that there is that dichotomy, you don't want that one bad end. So I'm doing my best to get by around her. I know she doesn't watch my videos, so she'll never know that I'm very afraid. But that's what's going on this week. I have a UBL game to play this week, but I'm doing it after we get back. If I have to take a forfeit for that, I will. Cause I'm actually leaving tomorrow. We have to go to a special facility in the Philadelphia area. It's not quite Philadelphia. It's in that area. I don't want to give out too much. God forbid I angered somebody and they, go and they firebomb my hotel. I don't know. Internet's a crazy place. But so I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm coming back Saturday, so it's a whole ordeal. And then we'll go from there. We'll see what happens after that. So next week probably won't be a Steve on Sunday. There might be. I don't know. Probably not though. I'm just like stressed, breaking out in like hives. Like not hives, but like I'm just been like stress eating and not eating well, and my face is fucking like a disaster. Trying to keep my composure. It's gonna be a day. Man, we'll do our best. But so that's pretty much that. Dual Links works again for me, which is nice. Dual Links works. I don't know. I uninstalled some apps on my phone and then I tried. I don't know if those things are related or not, but nonetheless, here we are. And that's pretty much that. That's the biggest thing on my mind right now. We'll be uploading another Madden video this week, another baseball video this week, and now I can do Duel Links videos, and I want to try to get a Dragon Ball Legends video. So we'll see. We'll try to get monetized soon enough. But let's talk about stocks. So I'm going to bring this up every time I talk about stocks. If you use my Robinhood link in the description to install the Robinhood app and use my referral link, we both get a free stock. There are no strings attached. We obviously have to hook up your bank account. Once you do that, we get a free stock. Now the app your money is insured to the FDIC, like many banks and whatnot. So the app is completely safe. So if somebody hacks the app and steals your money, you'll get it all back from the government. So that's in the agreement. So if you install the app through my link, my referral link, we both get a free stock. Now Robinhood does not care if you get that free stock. You sell it, deposit into your bank, and uninstall the app. At worst, it's like free $5. It could be free way more than that because you might get a stock like Apple. So my link's in the description there. Be sure to do that, and then we both get free money. It's literally free money. This is the epitome of free money. You do no work. You install the app through that link. That link will probably bring you to the Play Store or the Apple Store, and then you install that way. But so let's talk about just quickly. So the stocks I suggested two weeks ago were TRXC, F, and CRMD. I'm just going to use the symbols. Transenterix, CRMD, Core, so I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, and F for Ford. At that time, on the 9th, TRXC was trading at $5.53. Currently, it's trading at $6.40. That is an 87-cent per share increase, so it's a 15.73% increase. So in 2 weeks, you've made 15% of your money. If you want to cash out now, do so. I'm staying in for the long haul. I think this is, I think two of these stocks, actually, I think all three of these stocks are pretty good for plays. Ford was at $9.27. It's now at $9.84. That's a 57-cent per share increase and a 6.15% increase. Ford's great because it pays dividends, so don't go to that one. And CRMD, I think, is a very long-term play, way longer than TRXC. Was trading at 61 cents on September 9th, and now September 23rd, it's trading at 64 cents. 3-cent increase. That's just about a 5% increase. So if you had a total of $100 and you put them into these 3 stocks, you would have made about $23 in 2 weeks. So if you extrapolate, that's really good. Those are some good stuff. So let's get into the stocks I want to talk about this week. We're talking about monthly dividends, and a lot of trusts have dividends. A lot of real estate investment trusts have dividends, but also some other trusts have monthly dividends. So what dividends are? Dividends are money that companies pay you per share of a stock you hold, and that's paid either quarterly, monthly, sometimes yearly. It's weird. So every stock is different as far as dividends go. Some stocks just pay monthly dividends, and like I said, those are mostly trusts. Most stocks pay quarterly, but it's not. It's also they're announced ahead of time, right? So I'm just gonna give a quick overview on dividends. There's a lot more to it, but the basic is most often stocks that pay a dividend will continue to pay a dividend for the sake of the shareholders. If a stock decides to stop paying a dividend, usually it's because they're not doing very well financially and they want to try to recoup some of that money to put into the business. But if a company like Ford, for instance, has a history of paying a dividend every 3 months for 25 years, you can pretty much guarantee it they're going to keep doing that. There is no guarantee they will do that. But every company announces when their next dividend is going to be. So a company, if they're not paying a dividend, they will announce they're not paying a dividend. So you're just not going to get surprised by that. But these 3 stocks here are monthly dividend paying stocks, and they have they've worked out well for me. The first one is a fun one. It's ROYT. I believe it's Royal Oak. I always want to try to avoid sounding like an idiot. So I am going to go ahead and ROYT. That is Pacific Coast Oil Trust. So they are a small oil, they own net profit interests in underlying properties, a lot of them. So, but the point is they pay monthly dividends between like 2 cents a share and 4 cents a share. So that's for not a lot of money, right? That is a lot of return. You don't find a lot of stocks as cheap paying dividends because a lot of times companies want to put that money back into the company. But these guys pay a monthly dividend, and the past, let's see, in September they paid 4 cents a share. So just actually a couple days ago they just paid 4 cents a share. So if you owned $100, if you own 50 shares in that stock, they just gave you $2. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's $2 free, and it's the cheap stock, so you can kind of afford to, if you have a good amount of money that you want to put into stuff like this, then you could make a lot of money monthly, and some people kind of make their living off a monthly dividend, so that's one of them there. Next up is EMLC. Now that is an ETF, and I am not going to explain a lot of what ETFs are because I don't really know exactly what they are on a very intimate level, but I know essentially ETFs are kind of groups of funds or funds that follow groups of funds and their trends. So a lot of ETFs are commission-free as well, or you can find a lot of commission-free ETFs. So even if you're not on Robinhood, if you're on an actual brokerage that charges for commission, this stock here is commission-free on Ameritrade, so you can trade it without risk of paying $10 per trade. It's free. So EMLC is this. It's a fund that tracks an index of debt issued by emerging markets. So essentially, it's a low volatility, which is nice. ROYT is a higher volatility because it's a cheaper stock. So and the market cap is way less than EMLC. So it can kind of fluctuate a bit. ROYT might go down a little bit. Maybe I would wait to see if it goes down the next couple of days. But it's also dividend just paid, so they're not going to announce another dividend for another 3 weeks. So you have about 3 weeks to get in. Once the company announces the next dividend, you can't then buy in and get that dividend. Does that make sense? So like once they announce the dividend, they announce it for anyone holding the share at that moment in time. So ROYT just announced a dividend, so you have a couple weeks to kind of monitor it and see where it's going to go, if you want to decide to buy or wait for a dip or whatever. But EMLC is it's low volatility, right? So it's kind of consistent. You can pretty much count on it. It's trading right now at $16.40 a share, and their last dividend yield they paid was 8 cents a share. This one is interesting. It has been going down recently. I think last year it was about 11 cents a share, but now it's 8 cents a share. So I would say tread cautiously with this one. But it's still, if you're on commission-free apps and you don't want to pay commission fee, but you still want to collect dividends, this is still a nice one because it's a relatively cheap stock that pays a dividend. And the volatility is low, so it'll be around for a while. The market cap is huge, so it's going to be there. The dividend might be a little lower. Now, companies might pay a lower dividend because they have, for two reasons, I guess. If a company pays a low dividend historically, it's because they are putting more money back into the company, so you can expect their stock to grow more. Companies also decided to start paying lower and lower dividends because they're trying to recoup money. With ETF, a fund like this, it kind of just follows the trends of the market. So this is just kind of a roller coaster you want to ride, but they're still giving you free money per share, so it's nice. That's a good thing to have. And then now we'll talk about the final stock, which is a real estate investment trust, STAG. So real estate investment trusts, REITs, are the pretty much, when you talk about monthly dividend payers, the REITs come up as the big block of those. So STAG is a real estate investment trust. It engages in acquisition operations of industrial real estate property assets. And they're out of Boston, Massachusetts, if that makes sense. Out of 13 analyst ratings, 61% say buy at this price, which is trading at $27.94. It's about $5 over its yearly low, so it's back on the up and up. Over the past 5 years, it's up over the past 5 years, it's up $13, which means it's up 80%, even while paying a monthly dividend of only 22 cents. Don't get me wrong, it's 22 cents a share, and you are. It costs about $27 a share. So, but because of it's on the rise, its earnings per share keep going up a little bit every quarter. The market cap is great. The price to earning ratio is great. The dividend is it's monthly, so it's nice. This is a very nice and consistent, and I think on the lower end right now stock. So if you buy in now, I imagine it'll go up to about $28.50, $29 by year's end, and then you make money off of that, and then you make some monthly dividends. So dividend money is my favorite money because it's money you get for doing literally nothing. You buy stocks and you kind of let it sit. I wish I had more information about like REITs and certain ETFs and whatnot, but it's definitely worth looking into. But I've had these stocks for a while, so I'm able to kind of watch their trends, stuff like that, and they have a lot of the good metrics that you want to see. You want to see low volatility. You want to see a high market cap. You want to see price per earning or earnings per share going up, which all these have. So these are nice. But we'll check back in 2 weeks to see exactly where these stocks are. But I expect them to be about the same place, but they'll be paying dividends 2 weeks after, or about a week after that. So those would be nice stuff, and I'll give you guys information on the dividends and stuff. So these videos are going to turn into kind of longer and longer. I'll talk about probably 6 stocks a week, and then I'll have like a chart in the description that has, from where I told you to buy and then where it is and stuff like that to see, if we can help make you guys some money. But this has been another Steve on Sunday. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a like if you do, and don't forget to sign up on Robinhood, guys. Stocks are fun. It's great stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Good night.